Modern medicine often approaches female sexual dysfunction like a mechanical failure in a car engine. When libido drops or intimacy becomes painful, the standard protocol involves ordering a hormone panel or examining local anatomy for a specific broken part. Many women find themselves in a frustrating vacuum where their lab results appear perfect and their anatomy shows no damage. Yet the exhaustion and the absence of desire persist, often leading to the quiet, heavy suspicion that they are broken beyond repair. Traditional Chinese medicine views this through a different lens. Female sexuality functions as a highly sensitive internal network where every thread is connected. In this framework, physical arousal and lubrication result from a coordinated flow between four primary hubs: the kidney, spleen, liver, and heart. These systems rely on the rhythmic movement of blood and a vital resource known as essence. When one node is blocked by chronic stress or deep depletion, the disruption ripples through the entire network. The reproductive system physically powers down. This explains why localized treatments often fail. To restore the function of the whole, the source of the systemic blockage must be identified. We begin with the physical foundation. The kidney stores the body's reproductive essence, while the spleen manufactures the blood and energy required to maintain pelvic muscle tone and physical nourishment. Modern life often demands a level of constant mental output and overthinking that physically drains these specific energetic reserves. This depletion manifests as profound fatigue following intimacy and a loss of moisture in the pelvic tissues. This chart illustrates the biological math behind low desire. When daily energy expenditure consumes the vitality reserve, the body triggers a failsafe, as it simply lacks the surplus budget to sustain reproductive vitality. Beyond having enough energy, that energy must circulate. The liver governs the smooth flow of qi and blood, which directly dictates the physical response of arousal and lubrication. Chronic stress and unexpressed frustration cause the liver's pathways to stagnate and stiffen. This stagnation traps desire internally, preventing it from reaching the surface. The result is intense physical tension, worsening PMS, and intercourse that feels constricted or painful. As the simulation shows, emotional tension acts as a physical tourniquet. Healthy libido requires the unconstricted movement of energy just as much as it requires physical stimulation. This leads to a central principle of the systemic approach. Female sexual function is inextricably tied to emotional harmony. The heart houses the Shen, the mind and spirit. It processes trust, assessments of safety, and the ability to bond. Here is the vital communication axis between heart and kidney. With anxiety or lack of safety, this pathway disconnects. Excessive mental activity creates interference along this line. The loop breaks, causing the reproductive center to go offline. Emotional safety serves as a hardwired biological prerequisite for the female reproductive system to engage and respond. Once these blockages are addressed, the system returns to its natural rhythm. Female sexuality is deeply cyclical and blood-oriented, which means desire is biologically designed to fluctuate throughout the month. Each phase represents a shifting elemental dominance. The liver moves blood during menstruation, while yang rises during ovulation, creating natural expansion. Understanding this allows lifestyle adjustments, prioritizing rest to nourish the spleen during low energy phases, and using movement to clear liver tension before it stagnates. This shifting libido reflects a healthy physiological rhythm, responding to the body's internal elemental changes. This systems approach even changes how we view menopause. Rather than treating it as a disease of declining hormones, it can be viewed as a macro transition in the body's life cycle. In this perspective, menopause is an intelligent reallocation of resources. The body moves away from the monthly expenditure of blood toward the conservation of deep kidney essence for long-term health. Symptoms like hot flashes or extreme irritability signal a temporary liver-kidney imbalance during this transition, rather than an unavoidable tax on aging. Female vitality thrives on nourishment, safety, and rhythmic flow. It is a system that responds to harmony, not to force. When the whole organism is balanced and communicating, intimacy returns to its natural state.